Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the Peddling Prince's Podium. I'm your host, John Ardelli. A lot of you who know me online have wondered where I've been these past 6 months. Well, I'm still around, but I just haven't had much time for online activity, so I haven't spent much time on Facebook or on YouTube or on my blog either. The blog has been the part which people seem to be most concerned about. There's one gentleman who goes by the online handle Whitey John, who used to live up the street from me. He now lives on the West Coast. Has said that he used to read my blog to get a feel for what's going on back in Cape Breton on the old street he used to live on. And he was concerned that I hadn't been posting for quite some time. Well, Whitey John, I hope you're watching, because I'm coming back to the online world, and this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to be basically bringing the Peddling Prince blog into the 21st century, I guess you could say. I said that in an earlier video, but this time I'm going to take a more serious shot at it and actually create a regular YouTube series. This series called The Peddling Prince's Podium. Essentially, it's the same thing as my blog, except instead of writing entries, most of the time I'll just be here talking about what it is that I want to, discuss. Like instead of writing articles, I might write the occasional traditional blog article once in a while, but most of the time this is what you'll see. But it'll be once a week, either uploaded Saturday or Sunday, but usually Saturday is what my plans are now. And whether that changes or not will depend on how much work this turns out to be. I've never done this before, so we'll see where it goes. But anyway, I guess for this first episode I should catch you up a little bit on what's been keeping me offline all this time. Well, most of my time has been spent with my new girlfriend, Marie Stewart. Those of you who follow the blog regularly will already have seen her. She's the Marie that I introduced you all to many months ago in the YouTube episode prior to the official launch of this series. It's on an earlier entry on the blog if you want to go take a look at that. But just I want to apologize to everyone since I have the opportunity for the audio being out of sync. The audio is in sync at my end, but there was a problem with YouTube's Flash Video codec at the time, and whenever you'd upload, the audio would go a little out of sync. So perhaps for a later episode of The Peddling Prince's Podium, I'll redo that episode with the audio properly synced. So that's where I've been spending the lion's share of my time. I have been spending some time in front of the computer. It's just a matter that I haven't actually been online per se. Like, if I get on here, I'm usually doing some audio work or things like that. I don't really spend a whole lot of time haven't been spending a whole lot of time on Facebook or my blog. Actually, the biggest audio project I did recently was an audio version of William Shakespeare's Macbeth. Actually, it's based on a recording done by the Shakespeare Audio Company in 1960 and produced by Caedmon Audio. It was an audio version of Macbeth that I heard when I was in grade 12. Always loved the performance, but the only problem with it was there was never any music behind the voices, and I found it kind of lacked emotional resonance. So I took the soundtrack from The Final Conflict, Damien Omen 3, and used that as the basic music track, like using GarageBand to edit the music behind it. It really turned out well. I've already got some positive comments on it from a few people who've gotten it over Christmas. Also, I produced a Christmas CD this year. And of course, there have been other things. I've been having some financial difficulties. I've got some serious debt going on. But in part because it was part my fault because I should have slowed down when I started to get into financial trouble, but I didn't. So now I've got a mess to clean up. And also because, with this economy, hours are being cut at my work and, and things like that. So it's been a bit of a stressful time, too. That Marie has made it all much easier to bear. She's been a wonderful support. And but other than that, that's pretty much where I've been. So starting now, I'm going to try to maintain, like I say, a more regular presence online. And I'm going to see where this series goes. Now, those of you who might like to be on the show, please feel free to get in touch with me, because again, this show is relatively new. I'm still not sure where it's going to go or what I'm going to do with it. But one of the first things that occurs to me is I'd love to introduce more of my online friends. Marie was the only one of my friends who's actually been on the show so far. and I'd like to have more of you on there. I'm going to possibly get the capability to record Skype conversations. So what I can do is, if anyone who wants to be on the show could just, chat with me on Skype if you have that capability, and I can edit that into a show. And of course, I'll be doing shows on several other topics later on. But anyway, I guess that's all I have to say for the moment, other than, again, Happy New Year to everyone. And hopefully you'll see me again here next week. Bye for now.